We want to welcome you now officially to the Owen Center. Turns out we were having some audio problems there, so you weren't able to hear our pregame open for myself and Brandon Luisi. Matt Harrington alongside Brandon Luisi and Gavin Russell will be ice side with us as well, welcoming you to Marquette and Bradley. Not sure if the folks at home were able to see what we had on the screen there. We can kind of get into that stuff a little bit as we go along in the first period as well. But let's go over the starting goaltenders for today's contest. First, for the Marquette Golden Eagles, they are going to be going with Jake Boutisi. And Brandon, we saw him for 2 of the 3 periods last night, a little bit more than 2 periods. And he allowed 2 goals, so he looked pretty solid overall, didn't face a huge workload. But he's going to be the one that starts here for Marquette tonight.
Yeah, he has a 4.98 GAA and an .861 save percentage. Like you said, he looked pretty good last night, only allowed 2 goals, so we're going to see if he can have a solid 3-period performance, as we only saw him for 2 periods last night, as you mentioned.
And then for the Bradley Braves, it was Devin Schneider last night who did a terrific job in between the pipes, but today it will be Cole Walter, the veteran goaltender from Rochester, Minnesota. Of course, just a freshman because he played with the Peoria Mustangs here for a couple of seasons, but has been very good in the games he's played so far this season.
Yeah, Cole Walter has been a rock for this Bradley Braves team. Devin Schneider, like you said, having a fantastic performance last night, 46 stops on 50 shots on goal for Marquette. We expect Cole Walter to have just as good as a performance as he had all year.
Well, we will see how the 2 goaltenders do. Bradley scored less than a minute in to last night's game, of course. Tommy Davis getting that goal, and we'll see how they do in this one. Marquette in the powder blues, moving from right to left, and Bradley in their home whites, of course, moving from left to right as we are officially underway for round 2 of this weekend series here at the Owen Center as the Braves look to start hot again here as Davis has it behind the net. Here's Davis back up top now for Zach Melbon. Melbon over for Davis and now slides it across. A shot there from Bryant, scooped up, no problem for Boutisi. And a few extra jabs there by Gunnar Leary in front of the net.
Yeah, things getting physical early here so far. Just only 20 seconds in, first shot on goal for the Braves. And we want to give a quick thank you to Marquette fans that are trusting us for broadcasting this game and tuning in as well.
Yes, great to have them, whether they're in Milwaukee, of course, or anywhere else. Appreciate them joining us this afternoon. Of course, the Bradley faithful as well, wherever they may be. Off the faceoff, here's the shot from Etchison. That goes wide, might have been deflected as it's picked up now by the Golden Eagles. Up ahead, perfect pass onto the stick of Trevor White. Comes out, and it will be taken here by Wes Straker. Straker's pass goes behind Cooney, so unfortunately for the Braves, that's a discombobulated entrance into the zone, you could say. And Marquette will go and slow things down. Here come the Golden Eagles into the zone. Bresingham able to muscle that one deep. Go back behind the cage. Lucchese racing after it with Berger as those two converge along the boards. Now taken a hold of by Marquette. Cradled at the blue line. Moved by Bresingham. Shot there. Save Walter. It's loose behind him. Gets some help from a defenseman in front of the net. It looked like it was maybe Melbon behind the goal. That puck was loose behind Walter. And boy, did the Braves get lucky there, Brandon.
Yeah, great defensive play from Melbon to knock that puck toward Walter and help him secure that puck. And a great eye from the referee there to not blow the whistle and blow that play dead. It
was actually Andrew Schmidt that made that play behind the cage. So good job by Schmidt there to keep it out of the net for the Braves. Marquette with possession now in the neutral zone. Outlet pass off the stick of Henry Mansky. 16 for Marquette, had an assist in the loss last night for the Golden Eagles. Now Tuttle up the boards here. Makes it behind the net. Flood working as well with Schmidt for the Braves. Marquette working to get it free, and they do. Tuttle moves that one out, and it's pushed back in deep as Walter will go, and actually he'll let this one slide over for Schmidt, who lost it behind the cage. Look out. Nearly a bad break there for the Braves. See Ethan Baker out there right now, member of the D3 team, but playing with the D2 team now for the 3rd game in a row for these Braves. We'll see if that sticks down the stretch of the season. Pierce able to get it in deep and cleared down by Marquette. That's going to be an icing as Kohut wins the foot race there. And we get a stoppage with 17:47 to go in period 1. No score between the Golden Eagles and the Braves.
Getting an offensive zone draw here for the Braves. Obviously looking to win that draw, get some puck movement around the zone and maybe some shots to pressure the Marquette goaltender, as we have Ryan Spence taking the draw.
Here is Andrew Spence in the corner. Now his brother Ryan Spence will fish it up top for Corey Coat. Here's Coat. He'll load it up. That deflects into the corner as the Golden Eagles take possession. Chris Denowith behind the net with it. Had a great game yesterday, as you alluded to, Brandon. 3 points, 2 goals, and an assist for Marquette in what was probably his best game of the season so far. Braves trying to keep it in the zone here as it will come out through center. Spence after it as he'll come into the zone with Pierce. Ryan Spence loads it up. Good block that time from the Braves. Again, this is the second game in a row that if you joined us last night, you'll know that Bradley's Seth Bishop, his twin brother Zach Bishop, is number 14 on Marquette. So 2 twin brothers going at it tonight here at the Owen Center, or this afternoon, I should say. And also we're going to have their father, Mr. Bishop, coming up and talking with us during the intermission as well, the second intermission. So looking forward to that conversation as well. Here's Tommy Davis cutting inside, gets the shot off, and a bad save by Butisi. Davis still with it here, fanned on the dump-in attempt as Melbon is forced to send it down low. Butisi dropping it back below the goal line here. This is Gunnar Leary. Outlet pass connects to Farias. He also had a goal for Marquette last night. Here is Sweeney. Hands it over. Farias in front, and Melbon will shut that down for the Braves. 2-on-1 the other way if they hurry. Here's the shot, and that goes wide. Davis was looking for that rebound as it took a bad carom off the boards. Now here's Sweeney, leading scorer for the Golden Eagles. This will send it over to the right side. Now Farias in front. Good intercept from Davis, who read that like a book. Now tipped out of the zone as Shaq will let it go deep. And picked up now by Chris Meininger. He'll take it below the goal line as he banks it around to the other side. Henry Hodkiewicz, number 18 in blue. Goes off the stick of Ibrahim. He's in the lineup today for the Golden Eagles. He did not play in last night's game for Marquette. As it's pushed out of the zone, here comes Marquette into the offensive zone. Right at the line, slowed down. Berger, the shot sails wide. Karams all the way to the other side. Hodkiewicz, that deflects again. Atchison in a foot race here for the Braves as it goes into the corner. Played about 5 minutes here. No score between Bradley and Marquette. Cooney knocked off the puck. Marquette able to send it deep. This has been a pretty evenly matched contest so far through the first 5 minutes. Both teams with 2 shots on goal here in the early going. Here's the speedy Kohut into the zone for Bradley. Slams on the brakes, sends it over, was looking for Baker at the back door. Now Flood will have to come back for the Braves. Kohut swings it over for Crandall, and now Baker taps it ahead looking for David Tuttle, the senior forward. Tallest player on the team, 6'4" is David Tuttle. Now Walker sends it up the boards. Flood on it there, nice move. Here's Jack Flood trying to get the shot off and just ran out of real estate at the end of it. Baker back up top for Melbon. Melbon looking in the corner as Pierce just came on the ice but couldn't find the pass. Now the Braves back to get it in the defensive end as it's played here by Flood. They'll dish it back. A couple of Marquette teammates collide there in the neutral zone. Pierce lost it between the wickets there for Bradley as Melbon keeps it for Andrew Spence. Down low now. Andrew Spence on it for the Braves. Melbon tries to clutter that one toward the net as it is thrown out of there by Jablonski. I think he had it lodged between the equipment somewhere, but he just decided to chuck it into the neutral zone.
Well, I mean, it's an offensive zone draw for the Braves nonetheless. I believe even if the refs blew the whistle and it was lodged in his equipment, it would have been an offensive zone draw anyway. But, I mean, hey, a little bit of comedy in there, throwing the puck into the neutral zone.
Got to do what you got to do, right?
Yeah.
Down low it goes. Denowith over to the other side as Berger can't handle it. Off the stick and thrown wide by the Braves. That was Sam Bryant, number 24 for Bradley. Here is Leary up the boards. Worked off the puck for a moment. Ryan Spence on it there in front of the puck area as it's taken now by the Braves. Pierce. Love down by Denowith. That one sent up for Pierce. Now Bishop on it here. Ryan Spence trying to work it free. Here is Spence backhanding it toward the front. Good block by Denowith. Now slid across for Melbon. Here's Melbon again, another block, this time from Kenny McMahon, who also back in the lineup for Marquette after not playing last night. Here is Denowith now, native of Traverse City, Michigan. Denowith had it picked off by Pierce, might have a little room to work with. Pierce into the zone, and that deflects out of play. You knew we were going to get a puck to hit the ceiling at some point during the game here today, and there's number one with 12:49 to go in the first.
Marquette defense doing a great job of blocking shots. I've counted at least 4 blocked shots for Marquette in the first 7 minutes of the game. Doing a great job of getting their bodies in those shooting lanes.
That was something that Bradley did really well last night, was blocking shots defensively, but Marquette, as you mentioned, doing it here. Shaq maybe giving an extra whack there. You could hear Marquette not very happy about that, but Shaq not drawing the penalty. Just got to be careful, though, in front of the opponent's net. Let Jake Boutisi get his mask all situated here. And we'll get ready to go here for this offensive zone draw for Bradley. Leading in the shots on goal here early, 4-2. Face-off one. Here's Lucas with it. Weaves his way down the wall. Trying to go over to the other side. Shaq on it as he takes the contact from Jablonski, Trainer for Marquette. Now Davis at the line. Good spinorama. Able to stick with it here for a moment as he gets knocked off the puck there. Now Tommy Shaq. Good hit along the wall for Marquette. That one off the official skates and played at neutral ice. Here's Farias. Nice move, but a good defensive effort there from Sam Lucas to knock him off the puck. Now off a skate in front. Chance for Marquette at the side of the doorstep, doesn't work out. A couple players get tangled up behind the net. Puck comes off the stick of Davis in front. They were looking for Sweeney, and it rolled right off the tape. Now Sweeney working his way toward the front. Deflects over to the other side for Helm. Here's Michael Helm. Hands it off as he takes the contact from Shaq. Now far side. That one deflects wide of the mark. Meininger can't hold it. And Shaq, you can tell he's out of gas here at the end of his shift as it's fired in deep. Braves will go and get it here. Up the wall for Davis. Big hit on Davis as he stumbles to the ice. Collected by Bresingham. And taken now at center. Farias gloved right at the line by Schmidt as he's tossed to the ice. Physicality playing a big part here early. Here's Cooney leaving it off, looking for Straker as that goes down low. Now Cooney tangled up down into the corner. Straker also trying to grab it here for the Braves. Not a whole lot of movement here of the puck, and now finally worked free. Marquette down low for Bresingham. Here's Berger. Golden Eagles trying to break it out. Good glove down by Crandall as it's thrown in on goal. No problem for Boutisi. 10:43 here to go in the first. This thing has been moving along quickly here at the Owens Center. No score between Marquette and Bradley in game number 2 of this weekend series. Here's Ibrahim into the zone. That's taken by Etchison in the corner as it goes down low for Kohut. Now Etchison in the left corner. Kohut extending the stick, doesn't work. Now back to the point. That's gloved up by Walter on the shot from Jake Walker, who gets the shot on goal there, and another whistle with 10:19 to go in the first.
Cam Etchison taking exception over here in the neutral zone as he took a hit without the puck from Nathan Farias and was looking for a call, and then Nathan Farias touched the puck, and Etchison gave him a little bit of an extra blow as well.
Certainly the tensions are high between these two teams. Again, this is just the fourth time that these two have met at the D2 level. They both jumped to D2 in 2017, and they played for the first time against each other back in 2020, which they split the series. And we'll see if Marquette can maybe keep that trend going here today. Of course, Bradley winning 6-4 last night. Hat trick for Tommy Davis in that game. Here's Jablonski down low now for Marquette. Jablonski sends it up top. Slid over for Leary. Throws it toward the front. That deflects wide of the corner as it's gathered in by Jablonski for a moment. Now across again. Leary to the front. Kicked away by Walter. as it's mishandled at the line by Denowith. A rare mistake from him, as he'll flip it right back in deep. Walter will leave it back behind the goal here. Braves bank it out. Way up ahead for Zach Pierce. Here's Pierce trying to find the stick of Andrew Spence. That didn't work. And now slapped behind the net by Leary. Good shutdown move at center by Schmidt. Zach Pierce rather plays it to Andrew Schmidt. Up the wall now, big hit there along the boards. Now here come the Golden Eagles into the offensive zone. That one sent in deep. Walter will leave it for Lucchese. And the Braves take a hold of it here. Spence trying to get in the corner, works with Kenny McMahon. Spence and McMahon, also Lucchese in there for the Braves, trying to work it free. Now Zach Bishop also out there for the Marquette Golden Eagles. Outlet pass ahead. Spence will send that one deep. Off the boards, and Hodkiewicz playing it here for Marquette. Fanned on it. Can't give it away to a guy like Davis. Here's Tommy Davis circling the wagons as he looks around. Cuts to the middle, loads it up. Pat Sebutisi scramble for it in front, and he's got it for the whistle. But didn't know where it was at first, and that puck was sitting there for a moment for Bradley Brave to try and tap it in.
And somehow ends up near the faceoff circle. You know what? A magician's puck. But nonetheless, shots on goal 6-6, dead even so far. And 14 minutes through the period, both teams getting their fair share of offensive opportunities. Both goalies as well coming up big.
6-6 the shots on goal here. This has been a very evenly matched game, though, Brandon, as you've kind of alluded to throughout the course of this game. Glove down here by Marquette, trying to bank it out of the the defensive zone as it hops off the stick of Patrick Sweeney. We've talked about him quite a bit in last night's game. He's averaging 2.73 points per game entering today's contest. Had a goal and an assist for Marquette last night, as he now has a point in every game this season. And in all but 2 of those games, he's had at least 2 points. And he extended that impressive statistic last night.
Like you said, that's extremely impressive. 2.73 points per game, as you mentioned. I mean, that's something that you look at, and you like a Tommy Davis. You rely on those guys to score. You rely on those guys to have that puck movement going and get at least a point every game.
Down low, Sweeney finds his man in the corner, but now taken by Kohut. We'll move it forward. Kohut takes the big contact there on the check from Meininger. Kohut went down after the fact as well. Now Shack pinned up along the boards, and it will come free for Davis as he rings it below the goal line. Tommy Shack. Oh, look out. Chance right in front, but it's scooped up by the goaltender Butisi for a good stop with 7:28 to go in the first.
You wonder if, I don't know if we have the statistic, but if Patrick Sweeney is also on that ACHA D2 scoring list in the nation, as Tommy Davis is 14th.
I believe he's up there in the points per game category, but because Marquette has only played 14 games, his 30 points, or his 32 entering today, are not really enough to get up to the top of that category. But still a very good player nonetheless. Etchison. Boy, things getting really physical here. Berger and Ibrahim both throwing the hands for their respective teams, and we're going to have a cross-check call here. I'm interested to see who this goes against, because Etchison was getting really physical, Berger was getting really physical, and I think Berger is going to be the guilty party here for Marquette.
Yeah, it seemed like there were 2 Braves. I think Malbon took a cross-check or maybe even just a high stick. But nonetheless, looks like Bradley's going to get their first opportunity on the power play here today.
Cross-check on Ethan Berger as he will sit for 2. Berger, a guy that's played a little bit with the D3 team as well. And unfortunately for Marquette, they had to fold their D3 team mid-season, so that's unfortunate for them. And again, they were supposed to play the Bradley D3 team this weekend, but of course not able to do that now. Here's Davis. Etchison. And a shot there trickles wide of the mark, back up top for Kohut. That'll deflect out of the zone as it's cleared down by Marquette. And Walter will go and leave it here. 1:40 to go on the Bradley power play. Again, Brandon mentioned the struggles last night for the Braves. 0 of 7 on the power play, dropping their percentage to 20.9% on the year. Here's Davis. Nice move. Sends it over to the far side. Can't be tapped home. Tommy Davis still with it now for Bradley. Back up top for Lucchese. Davis for Lucchese at the point. Loads it up. Blocked off the face mask, it looked like, that time, of Wes Straker, and it will come out through center. Now Davis handles it at the line. Cradles it over for Lucchese. A big blast. Saved by Butisi off the shoulder. Now Etchison banks it to the point. Can't be handled by Bryan as he gets stuffed right at the red line. 55 seconds to go on the Bradley power play. Straker will just tip it deep. Second power play unit will come out now for the Braves. Down below the goal line. Marquette clears it down again. Good clear. Racing after it is Eric Helm as he'll take it into the corner for Marquette. Helm takes the contact. Moved out by Bradley. And here comes Bryant into the zone. Sam Bryant holding it here for the Braves. Back behind the net to get things started. Up top, Pierce sends it toward the front of the net. Blocked by Marquette. And cleared down. Once again, though, Brandon, you mentioned the block shots playing a big role here as well on the PK for Marquette. 10 seconds to go on the Bradley power play. One last push for them as Bryant will take it. I think Bryant was going to come off for a change, had to handle it instead. Now Pierce weaving his way toward the front. Marquette at full strength here with 5 minutes to go in the opening period. No score between the Braves and Golden Eagles. Here's Schmidt up the boards looking for Baker as it's tipped in deep. Leary down low into the corner as Pierce will try and play here for the Braves. Out of the zone it will come as it will be an icing against Marquette with 4:40 to go.
The first half of that Bradley power play looked really good, getting those pucks toward the net. As you mentioned, Marquette's defense getting those blocked shots in there as well. Unfortunately, the second power play unit not able to get anything going, and Marquette with a successful kill.
Some Bradley fans out there may notice a number missing tonight, and actually has been the past few games. Nick Sorrentino is out tonight for the third straight game for the Braves. He's been battling a non-COVID related illness, and going to get a whistle here as we get a little pushing and shoving. But again, Sorrentino out tonight for the third game in a row for the Braves, which is a tough loss for them as Sorrentino's had a really good second half of the year. But again, he is here at the rink today, so that's good that he's feeling better enough to be here. But wishing him all the best, and hopefully he can be back for next weekend's action against Illinois. Dished back behind the net now as it's moved by the Golden Eagles. Trying to go up the wall for Farias. Smothered here by Trainer, and so go down low. David Trainer, of course, no relation to pop star Megan Trainer, for those wondering.
Well, I was going to make a note that Ethan Berger, no relation to Caleb Berger.
That's right.
Spelled differently as well, so no confusion there.
4:10 to go here in the first. 10-7 the shots on goal in favor of these Bradley Braves here on home ice. If there's one thing that Bradley has done better, though, Brandon, than they did last night, it is lead the shots on goal category so far. Here's Ethan Baker into the zone. And trying to go here for Jack Flood as he'll flip it down low. Marquette regrouping here at neutral ice as it's sent in deep here by Sweeney. Walter leaves it as he almost got ran into there by Michael Helm. Braves send it up the boards onto the stick of Pierce. Up across for Andrew Spence. Now back for Pierce. Fanned on it. Actually looked like Sweeney got the stick on it. Great defensive effort. Now trying to catch the Braves on a change. Farias can't get it as Crandall gets to it first. Now a chance for the Golden Eagles right out in front off the body of White as he's hounded by Zach Pierce, who's able to get that one to the line but not out. Good keep by Farias. Down low, tapped onto the stick of Bresingham. Looking for Sweeney down low. Here's Sweeney. Back up top for Meininger. Across. Denowith shoots. That's blocked in front. Denowith another drive, and Walters got it with the glove That was a little bit of a knuckleballer, but he saw it all the way for the save.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Bradley's doing a great job leading shots on goal right now, 10-9. Prior to those couple shots on goal, 10-7. I mean, we're talking almost half of their shots on goal compared to yesterday's total, as they had 28.
Little extracurricular activity there after the whistle from Pierce, and it looked like maybe Sweeney. Both those two will go to the bench, not the penalty box, though. 3:04 remaining in the period. Marquette with an offensive zone faceoff here, as it's won back by the Bradley Braves. Cleared up the length of the ice as Chris Denowith tracks it down here for Marquette. Denowith up the boards looking for White. Kohut had it on the stick for a moment and now played up ahead. Here's Ibrahim trying to cut in. Great play by Zach Melbon defensively for the Braves to shut that thing down. Delayed offsides and another whistle, but tell you what, Melbon, even though he's just a freshman, has been making some really good impact plays like that over the last handful of games for Bradley.
Yeah, he's been one of the defensemen that you can count on to really be there on the penalty kill especially. And if I'm not mistaken, he's also been slotting in occasionally on the power play between him and Sam Bryant as well.
Now Bryant trying to play it here for the Braves. Another delayed offside for Marquette. This time, though, gathered in by Tommy Davis. Here's Davis into the zone. Nice little toe drag move there as he gets knocked off the puck. Good clean hit by Marquette as they take possession. Bishop getting a stick on it there for the Braves. Tipped in front. Davis, good tough angle shot denied by Butisi. Now taken by Marquette. Picked off again by Bishop behind the cage. Good defensive effort, though, from Walker. Seth Bishop now looking for the stick of Etchison. That deflects, and Schmidt has to send it right back in. And this is going to be a defensive zone faceoff, I believe, for the Braves. Yes, because of the intentional offside, I believe is what that was. So we'll go back down to the Bradley end. Under 2 to play in what's been a relatively uneventful first period here. We haven't had a ton of grade A chances for either team so far, but you know, if you like defense and goaltending, this has been a game for you so far.
Most definitely.
Chance there goes just wide. Creeping in, Hodkiewicz trying to get it. So he throws the body hard there on, it looked like Wes Straker for the Braves. Now Chance in front. Another try. Good play by Lucchese to get an arm on it there. Now in the high slot. Fanned on by Bresingham. And now the Braves trying to get it out. Cooney right there along the wall as it goes below the goal line. McMahon right in front, and it's just sent wide. Big opportunity there for the Golden Eagles. Doesn't work out. Now a play up along the wall. Wes Straker in the mix there for the Braves, along with Berger and a few others. Over to the other side now. Etchison will take this one off the glass. And a delayed offside again against Marquette. Bradley picks it up. Andrew Schmidt plays ahead and goes down low here for Marquette. Here's Eric Helm slowing it down. 1 minute to go in the first period. As you hear from Gavin Russell on the PA system. Farias back up top for Meininger. His shot sticked away by Walter as it's handled now in the corner by Helm. Picked up by Lucchese for the Braves as they work it free through center. Denowith with it again now. Rolls off the stick of Sweeney. And here's Ethan Baker using his size to his advantage, trying to muscle that one around. And it goes behind the cage. Denowith after it here for Marquette. 24 seconds to play in the period. Golden Eagles working it free. And here comes Marquette into the zone. Sweeney holding on to it. Spins away from the trouble as he finds a man down low. 10 to go in the period. See if Marquette can get one last gasp here before the first intermission. Flood working that over for Crandall. And Crandall, look out. Bad giveaway in front. And that will do it for the first period. Nearly an opportunity there for the Braves. And Corey Kohut a little slow to get up here for the Braves. We'll keep an eye on that. Not a good sign, though, for Bradley as he is really struggling here to get off the ice. We'll keep an eye on that, but not a good sign to see your captain down in pain like that, Brandon.
Well, not at all. And Corey Kohut has 26 points on the year, second on the team as a defenseman. He's been a vital part to this Bradley success, so we'll definitely keep an eye on that as we move into the second period.
So we are going to go down to Gavin Russell, who is down below ice level, and hear what he has to say. Gavin.
Thanks, guys. Well, the fast, physical first period. As you can see, there's still a little jawing going on between both of these teams as we wrap up period number one. But both teams had some quality opportunities, particularly Bradley. Tommy Davis had a couple of good chances. So Bradley looking to keep the aggressiveness going in the second period, and we're going to have a really good hockey game today in front of us.
All right. Thank you, Gavin. Appreciate that. And you mentioned that aggressiveness certainly needs to continue for both sides. And again, not a very eventful first period, as we mentioned, but this is just sometimes how you got to do it. And I think Marquette has played pretty well despite the fact that they lost last night by 2 goals.
Yeah, I think Marquette has come out, and like you said, they came ready for this game. They're physical, they're forechecking, they're back-checking really well. They did limit Bradley to 12 shots on goal. That's probably more than Bradley had in the first period last night. However, their goaltender coming up big, Jake Boutisi, coming in with 12 saves. So, again, not an eventful first period, but a great period from both teams defensively and from their goaltenders.
All right, we'll step aside here for the first intermission. No score between Marquette and Bradley here at the Owens Center. Alongside Gavin Russell at ice side, Courtney White up here on camera, and, of course, Brandon Luisi. I'm Matt Harrington. We'll be back for the second period. And we welcome you back to the Owen Center here in Peoria, Illinois. Scoreless after one period between Marquette and Bradley in game number 2 of this weekend series. Braves, of course, winning 6-4 in last night's contest. Back alongside Brandon Luisi, I'm Matt Harrington. Brandon, a pretty decent first period for both teams. Not a ton of action, but you have to think, though, as this game goes along, that we're going to start to see the pace pick up a little bit here.
Yeah, most definitely. Physicality was high. Defense was great. Marquette getting a ton of blocked shots, blocking those shooting lanes. And yes, I do look for the offense to pick up coming up soon. We always know Tommy Davis, a dangerous player for the Braves, as he has that deceptive speed and the deceptive shot release as well.
We will see what we get here in this second period. Teams, of course, will switch sides. So Butisi and the rest of the Golden Eagles down on the left side of your screen, moving from left to right, and the Braves in the home white from right to left here as we begin this second period of play. Shots on goal in the first period, 12-10 in favor of the Braves. Marquette looking for an early opportunity. The wrist shot and a great save by Walter. Point blank range, denying a good chance there for Marquette. Looked like that was Nathan Farias getting the shot there.
One of the best chances all game Marquette has had, and a great save from Walter, like you said.
Down low now as it's picked up by Melbon for a moment. The stick got caught. He's going to get a penalty here. And so Marquette will go on the power play as they will pull the goalie for the extra attacker. Chance now at the point. Goes off the skate as it's touched, and Melbon will go and sit for 2 minutes for trooping here for the Braves.
Yeah, we saw the power play in the first period for Bradley. The first unit came out swinging in the first minute. Had some great opportunities, and Marquette looks to do the same for the full 2 minutes in this power play coming up.
Saw Marquette score on the power play last night. They technically scored just once, even though one of them was right at the conclusion of a power play. I think it was about a second after it ended. So if you want to look at it, 2 power play goals for them last night. Chance there as it's cleared down by Andrew Spence. Good clear from him to get it down the length of the ice early on this Marquette power play. Let's see what Marquette can do here for the power play as they send it in deep off the stick of Sweeney. Down low, Kohut gets rocked along behind the net here. Now Chance as it goes back up top. Over for Bresingham. Sends it across for Sweeney, trying to find a skate out in front. Now Kohut will swing it around to the other side. Back up top for Bresingham, who will handle it and walk the line. Bresingham over for Sweeney. Now over, that's off the back end of the boards as Walter able to get a stick on it there as well. Helm takes it below the goal line and gets it back up top for Sweeney. Sends it over, Bresingham. On the left wing side now is Marquette. Down low, Farias finds his man, stick save Walter as it caroms over to the other side of the boards. 50 seconds to go on the power play for Marquette. Here's Sweeney, wrist shot, blocker save by Walter. Maybe his best save of the game so far. Down low it goes now, left wing side over for Sweeney. Brings it up top, Bresingham sends it wide. Collected off the boards. Marquette having a hard time finding the net here on this power play. Bresingham now over for Sweeney. Sweeney down low, gets a whack from Crandall and sticks with it. High slot pass, tipped there by Ryan Spence. And that's a good stick there to get it down. 15 seconds remaining on the Marquette power play. Here they come again, though. Bresingham looking for a lane in front and couldn't find the stick of Leary. And so Marquette still with it here. In the corner for Berger. Throws it just wide of the mark. Now back up top for Bresingham. Trying to go to the back door off the tail of the stick there of Berger. Full strength are the Braves. As still Ibrahim with it now for Marquette, working with Crandall, who gets it up the boards for Seth Bishop. Now Bishop trying to play it into the zone, and Etchison just stayed onside there. Unable to hold the zone though. Lucchese rings it in deep. 3 minutes gone by in the second, still no score between these teams. As we had 5 goals in the first period last night, none of course in the first period here today. Outlet pass intended for Baker, no icing. Baker will hustle it down, trying to find the stick of Etchison here. Goes down low into the corner. Etchison can't win the race there as McMahon will flip it up ahead. Schmidt trying to gather it here for the Braves as those group of people collide, and sent in deep now by Bresingham. Lucchese muscles it up the boards into the hands of Baker. Now a chance for Cooney into the neutral zone. That's flipped right back in deep. Andrew Schmidt back to get it for the Braves. Looking for Tuttle, who chops at it along the wall. Now played here by Sweeney into the zone. Here's Sweeney cutting in and can't finish it as Schmidt picks it up for the Braves. Now Tuttle out ahead for Baker as it hopped off his stick and gathered in by Lucchese. Sam Lucchese up ahead looking for Ethan Baker. Goes onto the stick now of a Marquette player. That's number 16, Henry Mansky. Big crank wind-up by Lucchese. Hey, might as well throw it on net. Didn't work out as it's blockered out of play by Butisi.
Well, an offensive zone draw now for Bradley, as that was knocked off by the blocker of Butisi. I saw the ref coming out to center ice. I was a little bit concerned there, but it does look like this draw will be in the offensive zone. Great play by Lucchese as he ended his shift there.
13-12, the shots on goal in favor of the Braves, so a one-shot advantage for Bradley. Now Pierce over to the other side. The shot there just trickles wide from Melbon. And worked that by Pierce. In there as well as Zach Bishop. Now Denowith for Marquette. Up the wall, McMahon tips it ahead for Eric Helm. And now here come the Golden Eagles into the zone. Helm takes a tumble there as he collides with Bryant. Now Melbon gets rocked behind the cage. Ryan Spence in there as well for the Braves. Working it free here for Pierce. That shot is handled by Walter. Rebound scooped up high and out of play. And so no deflection on that shot, but we'll keep the face-off here in the offensive zone for Marquette.
Just 5 minutes into this second period, shots on goal. Dead even at 13, 3-1 in the period in favor of Marquette, as they had that power play that really was buzzing. A lot of puck movement, just couldn't find the actual net itself.
Off the face-off, taken here by Corey Kohut for Bradley. Now Crandall will take it a hold of it here for the Braves. Outlet pass intercepted. We'll come back into the zone as Helm can't collect it. Now Kohut scoops it up behind the net. Kohut swings it over for Crandall onto the other side here for Hodkiewicz. Now Josh Crandall, puck-moving defenseman for the Braves, gets it up ahead for Bishop. Makes a big hit there from Michael Helm. Now over into the other side. Oh, big body hit there from Tommy Davis. Good response as he finished his check there. Now Bishop getting physical for the Braves, and I think they're going to blow this one dead here because the puck wasn't moving, but my goodness, all kinds of pressure here in the second period.
Yeah, Tommy Davis with an enormous hit in the corner over here.
He's not typically the one to lay the body either.
No, Tommy Davis, 5'10", 165, so I guess he's got a little bit of a frame to lay that hit, but you normally don't see that. You see the offensive production, but a good sign. You see the physicality factor as well.
Quick wrister in on goal. That's scooped up and handled by Butisi. A reminder to folks that we're going to have a couple of very special guests here during the second intermission. Of course, as you may know, Zach Bishop of Marquette and Seth Bishop of Bradley are twins. We're going to have their parents up here in the booth, talk to them a little bit more about this weekend and what it means to them. And looking forward to talking with the Bishop parents about that exciting matchup between the two twins here this weekend. Again, that's coming up at the second intermission, so make sure you stick around for that. Now down low, Wes Straker trying to find Trevor Cooney. And it goes down low as Straker takes a big hit behind the cage, or into the corner rather. Marquette still possesses it now as they move up the boards. Across the left wing side into the zone, Berger leaves it off for White. Now White, that deflects off a stick and over to the left wing side as it's picked up by Meininger. Now Meininger back up top for Bresingham. Wrist shot deflects its way into the corner. Again, on it there are the Braves as they try and move it up the wall. Chance now played ahead. Here's Cooney. Just get the pass off there for Etchison as Straker takes a big hit from Ibrahim. Ibrahim, one of a few players in the Marquette lineup today that did not play yesterday. So far it's worked out. Still scoreless though About 7 minutes into period number 2. White leaving it for Jablonski. Thrown to the front off a Marquette body. Atchison can't clear it. Now Denowith, wrister, scores! Chris Denowith, his 3rd goal of the weekend, and Marquette strikes first. It's 1-0.
Again, we talked about how dangerous he was yesterday. 3-point night for Denowith, doubling his goal total for the year, and now he gets his 5th of the year as he snipes one past Cole Walter.
Get the official scoring on that for a moment, but what a weekend he has had so far.
5 unassisted.
5 unassisted. So Denowith, again, with another goal, his 3rd of the weekend, of course, had 2 last night in the game for Marquette, and continues what's been a very good weekend for him. And head coach Brian Hamilton arguing with the officials about something here. I'm not sure exactly what, but he's not too happy right now.
If I'm not mistaken, it was Atchison and a Marquette Golden Eagle getting caught up behind the play and kind of tackling each other to the ground. I think Coach Hamilton was looking for a penalty there.
This one will come out of the zone, so Marquette striking first here, and here's another chance. A breakaway in front, and it just goes wide. Braves bailed out there as Mac Ryan couldn't bury it. Now moved out ahead, Baker the intended target, but Marquette not letting their foot off the gas here by any means after that goal. See if they can keep it up as it's cleared down. Melbon able to get to it here for the Braves as he'll take it up along the boards. Flipped ahead now for David Tuttle as he'll work it up the zone, and Denowith will take it. Oh, big hit by Ethan Baker as he heard that one on our ice mic. Now Bryant up the boards. That's going to go all the way. Pierce trying to get to it first and didn't like the icing call, but it will be one anyways here on the Braves as Pierce and Denowith exchange pleasantries with each other.
Yeah, I think Pierce would have won that icing call, but however, they're saying that Denowith, as you're saying, was getting closer to the puck, and we get a defensive zone draw for the Braves.
See if Marquette can keep this rolling here. 12:05 to go in the second. Chris Denowith with his 3rd goal of the weekend. Of course, first of the game here to give them a 1-0 lead. Here's McMahon below the goal line. McMahon trying to grab at it there, not able to work it there. This is the first time in a while, Brandon, that Bradley has trailed. And if I'm not mistaken, first time at least in the second semester. So we'll see how they respond to some adversity. Here's Ethan Baker flipping that one in on goal, and Boutisi will glove it down. How about the job, too, Brandon, by Jake Boutisi? Had to come in a tough spot yesterday. Didn't get the win, but just allowed the 2 goals and has looked really solid here this afternoon.
Yeah, and you know, his stats might not display that. 1-0-1 on the year in the D2 portion of his career. 498 goals against an 861 save percentage. Not great stats, but he's played fantastic here tonight for Marquette.
Good keep in there by Coat as he slaps it around for Zach Pierce. Now Pierce looking for the stick of Spence. Trying to win the foot race and does. Back up top for Coat. Got lost in the wickets of Spence, and now a break the other way again for the Golden Eagles. Here's Helm shooting, save Walter. Didn't get all of that. I think he was thinking about going across, but wasn't able to get the pass off. Marquette still with it. Another wrister saved by Walter on Patrick Sweeney this time. Now the Braves charge ahead. The Spence brothers, Andrew and Ryan. Andrew trying to go over for Ryan as he gets tangled up and drew a penalty. Braves are going to go on the power play here, Brandon, as Ryan Spence got hooked pretty good there.
It's going to be a big opportunity for the Braves as they look to get something going in the second period, being outshot 7-3 to start this second period. Now being down 1 and the man advantage is going to be a really big opportunity for the Braves.
I believe this is going to go against... Actually, they're going to call this one on Spence here.
54 white, minor rough, 26 blue, minor interference.
Okay, so they got Walker for the roughing call, which was the original one, and Spence picked up a roughing minor. To be honest with you, I didn't see anything from Spence that would have warranted a rough. But obviously, the referee saw something.
Both of them go on the clock.
So, okay, so Walker and Spence both going to go here. And we'll see if we get 4-on-4 or 5-on-5. I'm a little surprised that Spence picked up a penalty there for the Braves.
I was going to say, the invisible penalty, ever so common However, again, I think this is going to be 4-on-4 as both of them are going on. Both penalties went on the clock. And as my count, hopefully I counted correctly, yeah, 4-on-4 hockey here.
All right, so 4-on-4 here. A lot of open ice to work with, and it's quickly scooped up by Butisi. The thing was with that Spence play is he tried to, yank him off him because he had his stick caught in, and I guess the referee saw that was roughing, and so that's where Spence gets the call. But tough break for Bradley, what would have been a power play. Instead, we play 4-on-4 for 2 minutes. Now Seth Bishop back behind the net for the Braves. Works that one to the point for Davis. Now down low. Coat off the mask of Butisi. That's a big blast there from Coat and a better save. Now Davis has to go back, and Ibrahim trying to beat him to it. Ooh, Davis goes in hard there to the boards. Good play by Coat defensively for the Braves to get it over to Crandall. The intensity, though, of this game has risen throughout. We're seeing it here in this second period. Now Davis behind the net for the Braves. Back up top. Lucchese shoots, and it's blocked. Lucchese sticks with it, though. Back in the slot. Bishop, another stop as it deflected off the glass and behind the net. Halfway through now, this 4-on-4 as Marquette comes into the offensive zone. Big blast from White is handled by Walter. And taken a hold of by Lucchese. Up ahead. Braves played at the line. Baker trying to get it here for Bradley. Still taking it in the corner. Nice pass in the slot. Cooney gets the shot off, and a better save by Butisi. Now Marquette the other way into the zone. Here's Trevor White. Shooting. Scores! Trevor White gets the goal. 4-on-4 for Marquette, and they now have a 2-goal lead, 2-0.
Yeah, it was one of those common plays you see in hockey. Skate
19.
right, shoot left. You're going to get 19 unassisted on this one. So both Marquette goals coming unassisted. This one on the 4-on-4, like we said, open ice. Lot more room to move around in the offensive zone. And like I said, skate right, shoot left, and it went past the blocker of Cole Walter.
So now the Braves down by 2 here in this second period. And, of course, we'll keep playing on with the 4-on-4. But, again, we mentioned how we thought the Braves were going to be on the power play, and then turns into a 4-on-4 and a goal allowed here for Bradley. So we'll see how they respond in this second period about halfway through. Davis trying to get it here for the Braves as Marquette will move it forward. Helm into the zone here for the Golden Eagles as he's knocked off the puck by Davis, who gets tripped up, and no penalty called. We'll keep playing on. Marquette with it now. Hodkiewicz into the zone. Throws it in on goal as Walter will stick it behind the net. Full strength now for both teams. As Crandall trying to get it up along the boards. Jablonski in his way. Crandall again for the Braves as they bank it out of the zone. Hodkiewicz across the line. Here's Hodkiewicz, sends it wide of Walter. And Marquette still retaining possession here. Jablonski left it off at the line for Farias. And I think we're going to have a penalty coming up here against the Golden Eagles as it's cleared down the length of the ice. And you saw this right away, Brandon, a trip in the neutral zone.
Yeah, again, so we are going to get this time the second power play of the game for the Braves. Down 2-0. This can change the momentum heavily in favor of Bradley, especially if they can get a goal here. And we saw, I believe, a no call as well over here, another trip on Tommy Davis. But luckily the Braves still getting a power play out of the other trip over here.
So last night, Bradley had some issues on the power play when they took some penalties on the power play. At one point, they went to a 5-on-3 against them after having a power play. And we'll see how they do on this one as it's cleared down. I'm a little surprised that faceoff was in the neutral zone, Brandon.
Well, it was the penalty along with the icing as well.
That's
so,
right.
Yeah,
yep, good point. That one taken here by Melbon as it moves ahead for Pierce. Down low to the corner, Bresingham will grab it. 1:33 to go in the period. Or I'm sorry, in the penalty kill for Marquette as they race after it. Mansky pinned up along the wall by the Braves as they come out through center. Bryant off the stick, or skate rather, of Pierce. as he weaves his way through, gets it toward the net as it's turned away by Butisi. Pierce had a nice goal similar to that last night in the Braves win over Marquette. 1:11 to go in the power play here for the Braves.
Something to keep an eye on. Corey Kohut getting checked out over by the Bradley bench. He's not out on the ice. And top defenseman on this power play unit as well.
Kohut also looked like he was a little slow to get up after the first period as well. So perhaps another injury. Hopefully he's okay, and hopefully we'll see him back out on the ice soon. Down low, up to the point now, Lucas walks it over. Looking for an open lane at the back door. Straker, great diving block from Denowith. He can do it all. And now cleared down the length of the ice again by Marquette as Walter will go and leave it. 45 seconds to go on the power play for the Braves. This will be left here by Lucas for Davis. Now Tommy Davis. 4 points last night, looking for more here. Davis around the outside, still sticking with it. Finds his man at the point, that's Shack. Now Shack over for Davis. Davis fakes it, one-timer for Shack, goes wide. Picked up by Straker. Now Davis fakes the shot again for Shack. 14 on the power play left. Now Davis, the one-timer, didn't get much on it there as it goes into the corner. Lucas and Etchison meeting there. Now Etchison throws it in on goal, and a great glove save from Butisi, making it look easy.
Just 3 seconds remaining on this Bradley power play. Probably the best chance on the power play all night right there as they were able to find the net. But like you said, Butisi with the better save.
Shots on goal even at 18 apiece, but this time it, of course, is a 2-0 lead for Marquette. So Marquette at full strength as they successfully kill off the penalty. And now the Golden Eagles will play it up the boards. Tipped in through center by Sweeney as they come across the line. Sweeney putting on the brakes, sends it over for Hodkiewicz. Loads it up high off the glass as it ricochets over to the right wing boards. Now top of the circle move. Good play by Spence to sweep that one away. Look out though. Marquette not quitting here as Farias had a chance in front. And Pierce will play it ahead for Spence. Pierce had it knocked off his stick at the line. Marquette just doing a great job of not allowing Bradley to get set up in the offensive zone. Bryant back to get it here for the Braves. Flood also coming out. Pierce in the scrum as it's dug free by the Golden Eagles. Up along the left wing side. Sent over now for Bresingham. Bresingham, save Walter, goes wide on the rebound. Now Bresingham with it. Dishes off for Farias down low. Back up to the point. Dished over. Bresingham winds it up, scores! Thomas Bresingham, a big slap shot, finds the back of the net, and now it's 3-0 Marquette here in the second period.
Yeah, I think the Bradley defense, this is the second period of the long shift. Bradley defense, unfortunately, not able to clear the puck.
9 from 8.
Out of the zone, allowing Marquette to get deep, allowing them to get into the slot as well and pressure Cole Walter as he lets up his third goal of the period.
So it's 3-0 now in favor of the Marquette Golden Eagles. 3 different goal scorers, Denowith, White, and Bresingham for Marquette. And now Bradley, this is the most that they've been down in quite some time. So we'll see if they can battle back. Still a lot of game left. 5:05 to go in the second period. Now Davis looking for more. Shoots it just wide of the mark as he looks for Flood. And now Marquette out through center. Lucas got lucky. He didn't get a penalty there. Got away with one for sure. Dumped in deep as Lucas will send it up the wall. Davis pivots it to the line but not out. Kept in. Leary sends it across. Rister goes high and out of play. Marquette bench, though, very energetic right now after that most recent goal, Brandon, and they know they got to keep the foot on the gas pedal here throughout the course of this game.
Yeah, it's momentum, and they're playing with momentum right now as they have 3 goals in the period. Just looking to tack on more as the offensive zone time in this, especially in the second half of this second period, has been dominated by the Marquette Golden Eagles.
Jablonski will take the drop for Marquette. Tie up in the circle. Jablonski goes down, picked up by Crandall. Will go below the goal line for Kohut. Puck's up in the air. Jablonski takes it in the corner here for the Golden Eagles. Now out in front, not much on the shot there from number 16, Henry Mansky. A chance for Marquette. Again in the slot as it goes back up to the point. Leary, big hit along the boards as it's sent wide of the mark by Mansky. And now taken in the corner, Jablonski. Over to the other side for Crandall. Braves having a hard time clearing here with 4 minutes to go in the second. Now down low into the corner, Jablonski with it here as Kohut gets down along the boards. And Cooney makes a big hit along the boards. Somehow our ice mic stayed intact though right there along that hit as the Braves move it out of the zone. Here's Cooney, 1-on-2 into the zone, lost an edge, and Etchison will pick it up. Etchison has his pocket picked, and we're going to have a penalty here, maybe behind the play. It's a cross check, and it's going to be on Marquette. So Jablonski will go to the box for a cross check, and the Braves get a power play here, down 3 late in the second.
Again, another opportunity for the Braves to get back in this one, at least get a goal before the end of the period and make it two-goal deficit going into the third. And you're mentioning that Bradley's defense unable to clear the zone. I mean, almost 2-3 minutes of offensive zone time there for Marquette. It just seems like right now Marquette just wants the game more.
Yeah, they're playing with a lot of effort out there. We'll see how Bradley does on this power play. Could be big for them if they can get one here at least before going into the second intermission. As Lucchese will pick it up here for the Braves behind the net. Again, Jablonski on the cross check as Davis will race ahead here for the Braves. Tommy Davis with speed moving in. Davis off the body of Butisi, and nobody there was there for Bradley, so it's cleared down again by Marquette. 30 seconds gone on the power play for the Braves as Lucchese will take it up ahead. Tipped in by Etchison. Davis went down at center. Some of the Braves fans wanting a call there as well, but not going to get it. Now Etchison gave it away in front of the net, was looking for Kohut as it slapped down the ice again. Marquette doing a good job on this penalty kill. 1:05 to go on the penalty kill, 2:38 in the second period of play. Golden Eagles up 3-0, 3 goals all in the second period here at the Owens Center. Straker takes a big hit there along the boards as Marquette will send it over to the other side. Bresingham, he's got one of the 3 goals for Marquette. Spence finishing his check as it's sent in deep, and Bryant will go to get it. Now Bryant back for the Braves. 35 to go on the power play. Taken a hold of now by Bryant up along the boards. Moved in to the zone. Melbon will make a play on it, but instead picked up by Bresingham. Over to the other side, it will go down the length of the ice. Again, Marquette able to clear it down. Bradley really hasn't had any sort of setup on this power play.
And I think that's just due to the momentum of this game, like we've been talking about. 3 goals for Marquette. Bradley's got nothing going for him so far.
Spence able to fish it in deep. This has been a little bit of a weird second period because normally the second period has by far been the best period for Bradley this year. But 3 goals against here in this second period with 1:25 to play in it. Tie up here, finally comes free for Pierce. Flex off some sticks into the right side hash marks as it's played up ahead. Now into the zone. Here comes Sweeney, and just broken up. Spence pushes it forward for Cooney. Could be a 2-on-1. Cooney, not a great pass over to Pierce, but still finds it. Now here's Spence. Loads it up. Save Butisi. No rebound as he holds with exactly 1 minute to play in the second period.
A nice shot from Spence nonetheless. I like that he put that toward the net, although he did have Trevor Cooney at the doorstep of the goal if he would have had a pass over.
Reminder that at the end of the second period, we will interview the Bishop parents. Of course, the parents of Seth Bishop and Zach Bishop. One on Marquette, one on Bradley, twin brothers, and we'll stick around for that. Should be a fun conversation here at the end of the second period. Of course, we'll hear from Gavin Russell before that as well. 1 minute to play in the second period. Chance out front for Marquette. It will roll to Walter, get some help in front. And now handcuffed there was Tuttle. A drive from the point, deflects wide. Now White takes it in the corner. White around to the other side. Finds the stick of Tuttle as it's off the referee and down. Tough break there for the Braves as it comes right back across the line. White trying to find a teammate there for Sweeney. Now into the corner for Rios. Up the wall it comes. Chance here for Marquette. Shooting and broken up. I think got blocked in front. Now down low. Marquette pushing hard again here to close this second period that's been dominated by them on the score sheet. And now Tuttle will bank this one down the ice with 9 seconds to go in the period. No ice, not enough juice on it there. Now Tuttle down low into the corner. Baker won't be able to get to it, and that will do it for the second period. What a period for the Marquette Golden Eagles, who take a 3-0 lead into the second period, Brandon. I wouldn't say necessarily dominant on the shots on goal category, but they just found a way to get pucks in the back of the net when they needed to.
Yeah, once they got that first one in the back of the net, they just kept rolling, and defense was unable to clear the puck, and led to 3 in that period for the Golden Eagles.
All right, we'll go down to Gavin Russell, who is ice side. Gavin?
Thanks, guys. Well, Marquette puts a 3 spot in the second period and puts the Braves behind 3-0. Marquette with a lot of energy right now. They've got a lot of the momentum going into the final period of play. As for Bradley, you could sense some frustration. They got a few opportunities, but nothing really that quality. Shots on goal is pretty close, guys, but Marquette getting a lot of the quality opportunities. So we'll see if Bradley can reverse the tide and get it going in the third period.
All right, thanks, Gavin. Appreciate it. A lot of energy indeed right now from Marquette. And, you know, Bradley has been in a position like this before. They had, of course, a big comeback win where they were down 5-1 after 2 against Indiana. A little bit less this time, 3 goals, but still a lot of game left to play. And now we'll see if they come out with a renewed sense of life in the third.
Yeah, that's definitely what they need to do. They need to start out the third, again, knocking it into those 5-minute increments, playing the game and cutting it into those 5-minute increments, winning the 5 minutes and getting some pucks in the back of the net.
All right, we'll step aside for just a couple of minutes, and then we'll have an interview with the Bishop parents as well. So stick with us here on the Bradley Hockey Network. 3-0 Golden Eagles after 2.
You're on.
And we welcome you back to the Owen Center here in Peoria. Second intermission, Marquette leading Bradley by a score of 3-0. We're pleased to be joined by a couple of very special guests here in the broadcast booth. Of course, as a lot of you have known already, Zach Bishop and Marquette, and Seth Bishop of Bradley are twin brothers playing against each other here this weekend, and I'm pleased to be joined by Sherry Bishop, Seth and Zach's mother, and Dave Bishop, their father. It's great to have you guys on board. Thank you for joining me here this afternoon.
Thanks, Matt.
Well, I want to get into what this weekend means to you guys, and I'm sure once you saw this on the schedule that it meant something. What was your initial reaction when you saw these 2 games on the schedule?
Well, we've been asking for these games for a few years. When we first played as freshmen, we got together with the 2 coaches and we said, hey, how about getting the 2 of you guys together? And JP at the time and Jurgi had played against each other before. They're like, yeah, why don't we play? And Marquette and Bradley had been in the same conference before, so it just kind of made sense. And when we saw this game come up again, we were like, yes, it's going to happen again, and this is the senior year, so awesome for them, awesome for us, and awesome for the fans too.
For sure, definitely. And want to talk about how they kind of got into hockey, being twin brothers, of course, I'm sure had something to do with it. Can you kind of walk me through maybe the first couple early years of their hockey careers?
Yeah, so I played hockey as a kid myself, so my dad said, hey, why don't you have him play hockey again? I'm like, yeah, let's try it out, and they did. They loved it. Seth picked up skating right away. Zach, he's one who studies it more, and took him a little bit longer to get it, but he got it too. And the 2 of them just really kind of loved it together, and they played together. On teams together, youth hockey, all the way through high school. So it's always been a special time for us as a family, to be hockey together with the families and with the fans and the other hockey families. So it's been just kind of natural, and the 2 of them have kind of encourage each other along the way, and one's kind of been ahead of the other sometimes, and they encourage each other and help each other out, and it's just a great, kind of brotherly kind of thing that they do on the ice together, and put aside all their differences and just go play hockey.
For sure.
Yeah, it's nice to see them work on the same team. It's nice to see them work on the same team because they don't always see them work together at home. So when you can see them work together on the ice, that's great. I think that culminated in their senior year, right? Their senior year, they were both co-captains of their high school team, so that was kind of nice to see.
Very cool. And I'm sure there's got to be a lot of travel as well. What was it like, driving them around to all these different rinks? I know you guys are from Appleton originally, but yeah, I bet that was kind of hectic driving around all over the place for those 2.
Yeah, they were oftentimes they were on 2 separate teams, one be on the A, the other be on the B, so it's kind of between Sherry and I, like, well, who's going to go with Seth, who's going to go with Zach this weekend, and want to be across the state or another state, and taking them around, and then in spring season, taking them around to, Minnesota, Michigan, and a lot of travel with the 2 of them being separate, and also even when they're in the same team too. Still we'd be traveling a lot, but hockey is a lot of travel, but that's what we do as families, and that's what bonds us together as families.
Yeah.
And this year in particular, being their senior year, we were like, let's try and hit as many games as we can go to. So even next weekend, we're going to hit the Bradley game in Champaign on Thursday, Peoria Friday for senior night.
Yep.
Saturday, we're going to hit Milwaukee at the Ponds on the way back. So
Okay, awesome.
we can hit 3 games next weekend.
Sounds like a lot of fun. I want to talk about the decision when it came to choosing colleges and what was that like for you guys having to deal with? I know financially, I bet it's hard, and now of course you got players in Marquette, players in Bradley. What was that experience like for you guys as parents?
Well, for a while there, Zach was thinking about Minnesota and Seth was going to be Bradley, and we're like,
That's 5 hours either direction.
Yeah.
Right?
It's like 10 hours, and they both wanted to play hockey. And hockey was a really important decision for both of them in the schools. Zach wanted to make sure he had a spot in Marquette, and Seth knew he had a spot in Bradley, so that was very important to him at the time. And to have a group of friends right away immediately, but. Fortunately, Zach picked Marquette, which is kind of on the way to Bradley, so that worked out well. So thankfully, he didn't pick Minnesota.
There you go. And I had the chance to talk to the Marquette head coach, Will Jurgensen, earlier this weekend. One of the things he mentioned was that you guys are going to go out to dinner, I believe, with both of the teams after this game. How's that going to be? You guys looking forward to that?
We actually had lunch before the game.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Marquette wants to get back. There's a Packer game.
Oh, that's right.
That's
right. As Wisconsin, you're Packer fans, so.
No, that went great. The only problem was trying to get the kids up, right? Because there was a late game last night. To get them up to come, but free food tends to draw the crowd, right?
There you go.
It was great. It was nice having
we had a nice group.
Yeah, it was great having all the parents together. The players didn't mingle too much between each other, but the parents did. And we actually got a whole parent picture together. So
awesome.
Yeah, it's really great. It's just hockey families bind together, whether you're opponents or or players on the same team. we all kind of share one kindred, with that.
For sure. Well, this has, I'm sure, been an awesome weekend for you guys to see
Yes.
your sons play together on the ice. And again, this is Dave and Sherry Bishop, the parents of Seth and Zach Bishop, twin brothers, one on Bradley and one on Marquette. Want to thank you guys for joining me during the intermission. Marquette up 3-0 here on Bradley. We'll step aside and be right back for the third period. We welcome you back to the Owen Center here in Peoria as we get ready for the third period. Marquette and Bradley, 3-0 lead for the Golden Eagles after 2 periods of play. Before we get started with this period, I want to pull up something that I found while I was doing some prep work actually for a game a couple weeks ago. I found an old picture. As a lot of you know, Tommy Shack and Tommy Davis were high school teammates together at Providence Catholic High School up in the Chicagoland area. And I found this picture that I thought I would share because I thought it was pretty cool. This is Davis and Shaq. Davis, of course, on the left and Shaq on the right from their high school playing days together at Providence Catholic. So I thought that would be kind of cool to share. Nice little picture. And those two, of course, very good friends. They go back a long way.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they've changed too much in the couple years that it's been since they played at Providence Catholic, but still a nice picture to bring up, and always good to go from high school hockey to college hockey and play on the same team as well.
They, of course, have played against a few of their high school opponents on some of the other area teams as well. Had Trevor Glass played with them as well, who is a member of the Illinois State D2 team. So they played some of their former teammates quite a bit, but, of course, those two sticking together, as you mentioned, at the college level. So Marquette on top here, 3-0 over these Bradley Braves. Again, Braves in risk of losing their perfect Saturday home record. They're 4-0 on Saturday home games, and here's a chance for Farias putting on the dangles. Can't finish it, though, as it will go over for Tommy Davis on the other side. Braves overall on Saturday, though, 7-2 on the season. Now taken here by the Sweeney as he sends it just wide of the mark for the Golden Eagles. Now broken up by Shaq, looking for Davis. Those two trying to connect with each other there. That didn't work out. Now back into the zone. Here's Sweeney. Great save, Walter. Just got a piece of it there with the pad to make the stop. Marquette not missing a beat here in this third period. Down the ice it will go. Butisi will leave it now for Marquette. Up ahead the ice it goes for Lucchese. And up ahead now for the Braves as they try and make a move on it here. Marquette pushes it out of the zone. Now trying to work free for Berger. Down low in the corner for the Golden Eagles. In the slot, Rister blocked in front. Etchison gets a stick on it and trying to make a move on the puck here as he takes it into the corner with Thomas Bresingham, who's got one of the goals. Here's Straker, shoots, save there. Rebound swallowed up by Marquette as they will move it out of the zone quickly. Back into the offensive zone. Here's Berger. Shut down by Lucchese, who will clear it down the length of the ice. Marquette now plays it up along the boards. This is White trying to find a stick. It goes back, and Baker will leave it here as it bounces off the boards for Tuttle. Now Tuttle takes the contact into the boards, trying to make a play on it. Kohut will circle it around, trying to find the stick of Crandall. Pinching up as a defenseman as he gets taken down and goes into the corner now. Jack Flood in the slot for Baker. Scores! Is it in? I don't see an official signal yet. And they're celebrating, but I don't know if this is in the net. If it stands, it would be Ethan Baker's goal, but I don't know if that puck even went in. It was an arms-up celebration right away.
Yeah, it looks like no goal.
Oh, they didn't even signal no goal. It was just standing there. All right, so I guess not. Ethan Baker would have had his first goal at the D2 level, but no goal, I guess. So we'll keep playing on as it remains 3-0 Marquette. Now cleared down the ice as it will go for Denowith for Marquette. Boy, what an odd sequence that was. Now cleared out of the zone, and here comes the Golden Eagles. Mansky sends it wide of the mark. Baker picks it up again as it's pushed to the line. Kept in by Denowith. Handles it here for Marquette, and now it'll deflect out of play with 16:55 to go in the first. So just when you thought it was going to be 3-1, not the case.
Yeah, man, that play confused me as well. The Braves were celebrating, the Braves bench was celebrating, Marquette was signaling no goal, the refs didn't know. I am totally unsure and at a loss of words at what happened there, but again, ultimately the game is still 3-0 in favor of Marquette.
Here's a chance for the Braves back the other way. Ryan Spence taking it into the zone, leaving it for Pierce, trying to go for Andrew Spence. Now Ryan Spence, and it will deflect out of play. Back behind the Marquette goal. Shots on goal are 25-20 in favor of Marquette. Of course, for the Peoria hockey fans that are looking for something to do tonight, Peoria Mustangs are in town here tonight hosting the Milwaukee Power, if I'm not mistaken, Brandon.
You are correct. I'll be on back-to-back color calls tonight for that. And I had one last night with the Rivermen as well.
Busy weekend here of hockey in Peoria. Bryant sends that one off the boards. Melbon over. And it will be played up ahead by McMahon. Now Bryant, good job to get there first and get that icing against Marquette.
It's easy to get discouraged in a 3-0 deficit, but Sam Bryant hustling to that puck and making sure they get the icing call in the offensive zone draw.
So we'll go to the right here, it looks like, of Butisi. Again, he stopped all 20 shots that he has faced in this game. Been rock solid, especially for having to come in last night in such a tough spot. In on goal again, and no rebound as Lucas gets the shot on goal and a whistle. A reminder to folks that next weekend the D2 team will be back here on Friday night. It is going to be both senior night and Greek night here at the Owen Center, so we'll kill two birds with one stone and knock those two nights out. And the Braves also in action on Thursday at Illinois. We're going to see if we can try and stream that game. Still have to work some things out there, but we will have some sort of coverage for you regardless, either on our social media channels or hopefully a live stream at Illinois. And then Braves in Illinois back here on Friday, and they score. It's 4-0 as it looked like it was Thomas Bresingham who gets the wrist shot as he waves goodbye to one of the Bradley players. Now up 4-0.
That was a snipe right there. Didn't have much room blocker side on Cole Walter. However, finding that top corner, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that hit the top of the netting as well, in between that little fold right there. And it's 4-0 Marquette, as you mentioned, Matt.
Well, Braves now down 4 with 16 minutes to go. Really, it's crazy how much can change from one game to the next when you're playing the same team. And we'll see if Marquette can get another one here. Sweeney makes a save. Whoa, Walter going after Sweeney, completely uncalled for by Cole Walter. Not sure what he was thinking there. Sweeney wasn't even really close to him, and Walter just decided to go after him. I don't know if that's just some frustration building up for Cole Walter, but he'd be lucky not to get a penalty here.
Yeah, it could be a little retaliation from the Marquette players skating by and jawing at him a little bit. Maybe, like you said, a little bit of frustration from that. And a cross check there delivered from Walter.
Well, you don't usually see that out of him. He's usually one of the more relaxed guys out there on the ice, but I don't think he is going to get a penalty here, so that could be a break for Bradley. We'll see how this all shakes out. We're taking a little extra time here in the face-off circle. They'll change things up. And then, yep, they are going to get one here.
Whatever the goaltender's number is, it's a minor for roughing.
Okay, so
Yeah,
Walter for
30.
roughing.
Okay.
And that is the right call, Brandon. I mean, Sweeney wasn't really even that close to him. And just not what you want to see if you're a Bradley Braves fan.
No, not at all. And like you said, I mean, it looked like Walter came out a little bit to deliver that extra jolt to Sweeney, and it's going to result in a Marquette power play, their second of the game.
Here is Bresingham, 2 goals already tonight. Farias down low, Bresingham, that deflects. So there's the goal from Bresingham, as you heard it on the PA system. Now slid over to the other side for Sweeney. 1:35 to go on the Marquette power play. Shot in on goal there is broken up, or didn't rather get to the front of the net. Now Sweeney, backdoor feed, tapped over to the boards by Kohut out there on this penalty kill here for the Braves. Kept in at the line, Bresingham. Down low, Marquette holds on to it. Over to the far side. Loads it up, blocked in front, rebound. Walter got a piece of it, it looked like. And now over as it's unable to be held by Bresingham. Atchison, by the way, is the one serving the penalty for Cole Walter. A minute left to go on that. Bresingham down low for Marquette, back up to the point. Pad save Walter, cleared out of there by Corey Kohut. 47 seconds remaining on the penalty kill here for the Braves. This has been a good game for the Marquette Golden Eagles. 3 goals in the second and already 1 here in the third to make it 4-0. Here comes Marquette through the zone. Ibrahim flipping it deep. Bryant up the boards, trying to get it out. Leary wins the foot race there to the other side as it's Ryan, and down low back up to the point for Berger. And cleared down by Seth Bishop. Good play by him. Marquette will leave it back behind the goal as they look to get things started here. 7 to go on their power play. So that'll pretty much do it. The penalty does not come back to bite the Braves. Chance out in front, broken up by Bryant for Bradley. Marquette still with possession here, though, as they go down low. Gunnar Leary, native of Eau Claire, Wisconsin, with it as it goes here for Trevor Cooney. Cooney gets shoved up hard along the boards and pushed free by Lucchese. Here's Sam Lucchese trying to go into the zone, just ran out of real estate. Not much room for him to work there. Kohut drives it in off a body, and it will go to the corner. Now sent over to the other side. Intercepted by Lucchese, who again fires it in toward the net area, but off a stick and didn't get through. Now played here by the Braves. Davis trying to tap it ahead for Pierce. And on it is Sweeney. Right into the zone for Marquette. Sweeney weaving his way through, and a good stop by Walter. It might have actually gone wide, but nonetheless, Sweeney can't convert. Now Etchison looking for Davis as it goes deep. Meininger on it here for Marquette. Up ahead for Jablonski, who races into the zone. Jablonski stood up at the line. Etchison throwing the body as well, as Meininger gets the hit on there as well. Meininger sends it over to the other side for McMahon. Crawls into the zone, and it's going to be an offside here, I believe, against the Golden Eagles.
We don't have an official shots on goal counter for the period, as at the end of last period it was 24-20 in favor of Marquette. I believe they've had more than 1 shot on goal this period.
Definitely have.
But if I was tracking it, I'd say around 5-2 in favor of Marquette so far, as Marquette has pretty much dominated the first 8 minutes of this period.
Sent in deep here. Marquette back to get it. Up the wall it goes, looking for a man, and it will go deep. Tipped in to the offensive zone. Trainer for the Golden Eagles. Up the wall, Hodkiewicz. And here comes Marquette through center. Off a stick, that's McMahon, who gets rocked along the boards. Big hit from Melbon. Now up the wall, Bradley trying to clear. Marquette keeps the zone. Chance in front, stick save, rebound, score! It's put home again. Eric Helm finds the back of the net, and it's 5-0 Marquette.
An unfortunate rebound out in front. Bradley unable to clear the rebound in the slot, leaving Eric Helm all alone for that backhander 5-pole on Cole Walter.
43-14.
Well, Zach Bishop picking up an assist for Marquette there, so I'm sure the Bishop parents are happy to see their son get on the score sheet. But Bradley's side of things, though, 5-0 right now in favor of the Golden Eagles, who have put together a good performance here, especially in the second and third period. Certainly, though, not the way that Bradley anticipated this game going. Walter will just hold on to it here for a whistle. 11:34 to go in the third. Marquette next weekend, they will have a home-and-home series with Concordia, Wisconsin. They'll be home on Friday and then on the road Saturday. And then they will be back home again the following weekend when they take on Purdue. So that's how they will close out the season. They play at the Ponds of Brookfield rink, which is where the D3 team will be next weekend against UW Milwaukee. This one held on to, and Pierce gives an extra shove to one of the Marquette players into the goal. Certainly there's some frustration here from Bradley, and we're starting to see some of it here in the third.
For sure. Nothing going right for the Braves in that second period, and now to start the third, they're just trying to generate some offense and get some shots on goal on Butisi. But Butisi has been very strong in this game, stopping all Bradley shots so far.
Yeah, he's been very solid indeed. 11:18 to go in the third period. Final one of regulation time. Davis trying to play it here. This is Bishop on it now for the Braves. Big hit thrown by Gunnar Leary on Seth Bishop. Now it goes over to the other side for Schmidt. Bishop can't keep it there. Schmidt had it lost between the wickets, and here comes Gunnar Leary. Leary into the zone as that one trickles wide off the stick of Sam Lucchese. Schmidt racing to it in the corner. Now down below the goal line, here's Lucchese. On it for the Braves. Good stick by Andrew Schmidt to break that pass up. Down low into the corner. Up to the point. Leary shoots it wide off the boards toward the front of the net. Ibrahim trying to jam it home. Still picked up behind the net. Trevor White gets rocked along the glass, and that will come out through center. 10:23 to play here in the third period. 3 goals in the second from Marquette and 2 here in the third. Been all Golden Eagles so far the second half of this game. Down low it goes. 10 minutes to play in the period. Up, down, and down the length of the ice as it will go for Denowith here as he works with Davis. Denowith trying to make a play on it here. Here comes Marquette. 3-on-3 into the offensive zone. Bresingham looking for the hat trick, and that deflects out of play.
Just about halfway through this third period. Again, like you said, all Marquette so far, as Bradley really hasn't had many shots on goal this period. He looked to get at least 1 or 2 goals in this period, hopefully for the Braves, if they can get some offensive zone time going.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Brandon, no shots on goal here in the third period. Not sure why, but we'll just have to deal with it down the stretch. Here's Jablonski trying to muscle it over here for Marquette. Wrist shot, save, Walter, no rebound. Good stop from him as he holds on to it with 9:35 to go in the period.
And while the score might not indicate it, Cole Walter's been pretty strong tonight, making some big saves. I mean, this could easily be 8-9-0 with opportunities that Marquette has had in that second and now third period as well.
Yeah, it definitely could be a lot worse. Walter doing a good job of keeping it in there. And Crandall will play it up ahead. Atchison. And now moved into the zone. Here's McMahon trying to weave through Crandall. Good step-up play from the sophomore defenseman Crandall, or the junior defenseman rather. Now Kohut over to the other side. Gets that one to the line, and Atchison and Straker on it here. Wes Straker over for Cam Atchison, had it roll off his stick and flipped up ahead by Bresingham. Another player who's had a great weekend is Bresingham. Didn't get on the score sheet last night for Marquette, but he does have a couple of goals here this afternoon. Now Cooney taking it here for the Braves, wristed in on goal and handled by Butisi. Up in the air now for Bryant. Bryant not able to get a shot off there and moved out by Marquette. Farias up ahead. Here comes Sweeney. Not taken down. That's going to be a penalty all day. And the Braves will have to go on the PK here with 8:28 to go in the third.
Sometimes I am a hypothetical guy, and you almost wonder what would happen. Not saying it was the wrong call, but if that Ethan Baker goal was allowed, right, then it would be 3-1. Bradley
25 late minor hook.
Bradley would have gotten one back, and maybe the momentum would have shifted.
Yeah, I think it really all comes down to that penalty that we thought was going to be solo against Marquette, and then Spence picked up a roughing call in there. That really had a big impact, I think, on this game. So power play again for Marquette. Here's a chance for the Golden Eagles in front. Picked up by Farias now at the high circle. Farias over on the left for Bresingham. Again, on hat trick watch with 2 goals. Bresingham shoots, loose in front, and picked up again by Bresingham. Here's Bresingham, loads it up, blocked in front, a rebound for it. Walter's down. Puck's still loose, and I think now he's got it for the whistle. with 7:58 to go in the period, 129 on the Marquette power play.
Bradley PK in the first 30 seconds unable to clear their own zone. Hopefully a face-off win here and a clear for the Braves as they look to move into this last 90 seconds of the power play, or penalty kill rather.
Well, assuming Marquette hangs on here down the stretch to this 5-goal lead, this might be their biggest win of the year in terms of, after losing last night and responding with really a resounding performance here, this has got to be a good sign if you're head coach Will Jurgensen and the rest of the Marquette coaching staff. Butisi will leave it here below the goal line for Marquette as they look to play it up the ice. 1 minute to go on the power play for the Golden Eagles. Sent in deep. Racing to the other side is Kohut, who shoves it up the wall but not out of the zone. And now getting some assistance there from Spence. Over to the right side. Gliding into the zone come the Golden Eagles. Cooney lays the body. Fanned on the pass there was a Marquette player. And now stuck with here by Marquette. Down low for Helm. Up to Bresingham. I'm sorry, that's number 19, Trevor White. Throws it in on goal. Good save, Walter, as it goes to the left corner now. Big hit from Kohut. Now in the high slot, rolls off the stick of White. We'll slap that one around to the other side. 15 to go on the power play for Marquette. 15 seconds. Helm dishes off in front. Good play by Kohut, preventing that chance, and now it's cleared up and down the length of the ice. So penalty will expire. Melbon able to come back to the bench as he'll be replaced immediately by Davis. 5-0 lead for Marquette as that's cleared down. Walter will leave it off here with 6:17 to go. Braves trying to avoid being shut out for the first time this year. They have not been shut out at all throughout the course of this season. They've had a couple of shutouts themselves. Had that sequence of 3 in a row with the 3 different goaltenders back in October, but Bradley again has not gone an entire game without scoring a goal so far this season. See if that changes here in the last 5:47 of the period. Down it will go as Etchison will pick it up here for the Braves. Banked ahead for Pierce. Trying to go for Davis. Get some help from Lucchese as he comes into the zone. Here's Lucchese. Just lost an edge there and goes down as Pierce tried to play the body back behind the goal. Now Marquette quickly up ahead. Here's a good break for the Golden Eagles. Wrist shot, save Walter, and he snatches it up out of midair as well. As a Marquette player looked like getting into it a little bit with Etchison. 5:15 to go in the third period.
You're mentioning those 3 shutouts back to back from the D2 team. I think that last one was from Joshua Sule.
You're correct.
His last game that he played.
Yep, he of course unfortunately had to retire a little bit early due to some injury issues. And of course was a great goaltender during his time here at Bradley. Always enjoyed calling games with him in it. But of course he's still sticking around, has been at a lot of these games. And also believes still getting out there on the ice when he can, just not as a goalie, of course. That one deflects out of play. 5 minutes exactly to play here in the third. Looking forward again to the Braves. They will be at Illinois next Thursday night. Again, we're going to see if we can try and get a stream for you for that game. And then next night they will be back here at the Owens Center. A 6:30, a much earlier start I'm looking forward to next Friday. 6:30 here for Senior Night and Greek Night. 2 of the biggest nights of the year in one night here at the Owens Center. And really looking forward to that one. And that as well, Brandon, will be my final broadcast here as a member of the Bradley hockey team. So looking forward to hopefully going out on a high note as Bradley hosts Illinois.
Yeah, Illinois right now, well, as of January 10th, sitting at 2-7-1, the bottom of the conference. So hopefully a sweep there for the Braves as they do a home-and-home, as you were mentioning.
Yeah, it has been a rough year for Illinois. Chance in front of the net is broken up here by Cooney as he will come forward through center. Cooney with the shot in on goal. Tuttle the rebound, and that's handled by Butisi as well. The D3 team for Bradley, they will be on the road next weekend at UW Milwaukee. They will play at the Ponza Brookfield rink, which is also the home rink of the Marquette Golden Eagles. That'll be a Saturday-Sunday series in Milwaukee. And then the D3 team will be back here the following weekend when they host Wheaton College, a team that they split with earlier in the season, so those should be some good games. Cleared down the length of the ice here, icing against Marquette with 4:18 to go in the period. Again, these aren't conference games for either of the teams, but still some good experience either way, and it looks like we're heading towards a split here between the two teams.
Yeah, and it looks like we also have our shots on goal counter a little bit updated. 32 to 23 in favor of the Marquette Golden Eagles.
Off the face-off now. Flood, Baker, and Tuttle out there. Fourth line for Bradley. Kohut on it as he tries to go to the boards. Now Flood can't get it there as it will go to Crandall for the Braves. 4:05 to go in the third as we wind this one down here at the Owens Center. Been a tough day, to say the least, though, for the Bradley Braves. Things have just not gone their way, and they're 4 minutes away from potentially being shut out here on home ice.
Yeah, it was a great first period. I mean, they were even pretty much. Bradley led the shots on goal 12 to 10. Like we said, it was a very even offensive period. However, the second period, Marquette just took over.
Here's Ethan Baker shooting it, and a good save from Butisi, who got a piece of it. And of course, Baker thought he had broken the shutout that's been going on right now for Butisi, but I guess it didn't go in. Referees talked about it, never really got a signal, and that was back earlier in this period when it was still 3-0, so that could have been a momentum changer as well that didn't go Bradley's way.
Yeah, and didn't even get an explanation either to the scorer's table or either coach.
Yeah, definitely a strange scenario, but we still play on here. 5-0 with 3:48 to go. Here comes Marquette through center. Eric Helm up ahead. Pushed ahead into the zone. Picked up by Helm. In front. Tried to jam it home at the back door as a Bradley player went into the crease there. I believe that was a case that went down. Up next again for Bradley, Illinois. Marquette home and home with Concordia, Wisconsin, and the Braves should have said as well, home and home for both of these teams next weekend. Again, Illinois for Bradley and Concordia, Wisconsin for Marquette. That, of course, is a conference game as well for Marquette. Whoa, look out. Walter just got run over, and he is not happy by one of the players. That was a big play in front and did not look necessary at all from Marquette. And Walter has already been upset in this game, and he's really furious right now, and rightfully so, because, I mean, he just got plowed in front of the net.
Yeah, I don't know if he took a shoulder or what he took. However, Cole Walter visibly upset. Thankfully not injured, but visibly upset as well.
I'm not sure. Let's see what we get here. Roughing call on Sweeney. So Sweeney was the one that ran him over. And if I'm not mistaken, Brandon, I believe that was who Walter went after when he took that minor penalty. So those two have had some bad blood throughout the course of this game.
Yeah, you're right. Sweeney and Walter did go after, Walter did go after Sweeney after that first play, and Sweeney now delivering the shoulder to Walter as well.
Really unnecessary penalties on both guys. I mean, Walter shouldn't have gone after Sweeney, and Sweeney shouldn't have plowed Walter over in his own goal crease either, especially at this point in the game when it's all but decided with 3:22 to go. So Bradley does go on the power play, though, again here with 3:22 to go. Captains talking it out here, Bresingham and Kohut with the officials. I'm assuming this will be a goalie interference penalty on, or no, I'm sorry, it was a roughing minor on Sweeney that they got him for. So he will sit for 2 minutes here now in the stretch of this game. Here's Atchison now off the face-off win. Down low as it's, look out, right into the Marquette bench. Looks like nobody's hurt. That's okay. Or that's good to see, as Marquette will flip it back. But, boy, you got to keep your head on a swivel down there.
Oh, most definitely. I mean, with the Mustangs, when I've been filming the TikToks down there, I've almost got taken out a couple times.
Now Kohut over to the right side as he looks for an open lane. One-timer from Lucchese, and fanned on it there as it's cleared down by Marquette. 1:33 to go on the Bradley power play. Getting some extra work here on the PP late in the game. Bresingham broken up by Davis. Sticks with it as Bresingham comes through center. Working with Etchison. Now Lucchese comes into the zone. Here's Lucchese over for Davis, who's denied by Butisi. Maybe his best stop of the game right there. And boy, has Butisi been rock solid in the crease.
Yeah, he's been absolutely fantastic for the Golden Eagles here tonight, looking to get his second win on the D2 team, improved to 2-0-1 on the year.
Well, should mention too that Tommy Davis has a 7-game goal streak that is on the line right now for the Braves. And if they can't score, of course, that will end here this afternoon. Melbon over for Bryant. Shoots. That is stopped by Butisi. Just got a piece of it. Now taken by Pierce. Over for Cooney, who just sends it high. Trevor Cooney trying to break that shutout, and it's cleared down by Marquette with 52 seconds on the Bradley power play. Now Cooney with it for the Braves. Over for Bryant. Into the zone now, Melbon. Holds it for Bradley. Zach Melbon. And Marquette will clear it down once again. They've been doing a good job of that all night long on the penalty kill. And they get it down with 1:50 to play in the third period. Again, in a game that's all but decided. Now Bradley moving it into the zone. Davis cuts through the middle, shoots, and a good save. Butisi, Cooney the rebound. Can't shove it on net. Now Marquette able to fling this one high off the glass and down the ice. That should do it for the power play here for the Braves. And, whoa, I don't know why there's an icing. Oh, wait, here's a whistle behind the net. Pierce getting into it with a Marquette player. That's why the whistle goes, as those two go after each other. It's Pierce, and I can't quite tell the number for Marquette, but Pierce is a guy known to get under your skin, and those two on top of each other behind the net.
That is Meininger for the Marquette Golden Eagles, I believe.
You are correct, Brandon. Good eye.
Well,
that'll probably do it for those two for this game, I would assume.
Meininger is 6'4", 207. Zach Pierce standing at 5'10", 205. So Meininger has 6 inches on Zach Pierce there.
See what we get here for penalties. I mean, they'll be done for the game for sure.
Oh, yeah.
At this stage.
Face mask in college is DQ.
Okay, interesting.
17 Blues got a 5-minute major for face masking and a DQ. That's 2 lines.
Oh, wow.
5-minute face mask, second line is disqualification.
So, Meininger gets a disqualification and a major for the face mask. I don't know if I've ever seen that before in a game.
Well, we still have that penalty on the board, and I don't think the ref realized that. We only got 2 lines on the board here, so I don't know if it's going to go up on the board as 2 lines, as he was emphasizing there.
I'll tell you what, I've seen a lot of hockey games, Brandon, and you have too. I don't know if I've ever seen a face mask penalty called like that in a game. I mean, that's just bizarre to see that one called. Let's see what else we got here.
13.
All right, let's see what we get.
13 to 10-minute misconduct.
All right, so Pierce will get a 10-minute misconduct. Now the
5-minute face mask, and then the next line is disqualification. 13 White has a 10-minute misconduct.
Okay, so to break this all down for you, since Meininger had the key word here is disqualification, that means that he will likely have to serve a suspension for that as well. So he may not be able to go next game for Marquette. Now, Pierce just had the 10-minute misconduct, and, of course, that will not carry over into next game. So he's just done for the game, and he should not face any discipline as well after the fact. So, but Meininger could perhaps get in some trouble here because of the disqualification, which is important to note.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, D3 first game of the year, we had a disqualification as well for 5.
Whoa, here's Etchison, and he scores. And not going to mean much with 1:22 to go, but Etchison breaks the shutout. And I think he just got thrown out of the game as well for taunting maybe.
They still got that penalty on the 5-minute DQ. It will go on the clock.
So Etchison just got thrown out.
On Marquette.
Well, Etchison obviously very animated on the celebration. And so let's see what he gets here for a penalty.
Who scored? Hey, 6.
No, it was 19. There you go.
So.
Was it 6?
All right, so Etchison on the goal. Again, doesn't really matter at this point. But he was tossed from the game, probably for taunting or some other measure similar to that. So they're going to be down Etchison the rest of the way here with 1:22 to go.
Something to note, we're still serving, Marquette's still serving the 5-minute major. So
correct, that is a power play goal. And, of course, with the major penalty, it just keeps going. You can score as many times as you want on the power play. Fans of the Vegas Golden Knights know that very well, I'm sure. Here is Melbon trying to pinch in for the Braves as it will come out through center. And they're going to be offside here as Bishop takes some contact. So Braves do not get shut out after all. So that's a positive sign. But, again, when you're down 5-1, it doesn't really mean a whole lot at this stage of the game.
No, not the showing you want from the Braves here tonight. Defensively, especially offensively. However, I mean, give all the credit to Butisi, who's been absolutely fantastic for the Golden Eagles. Unfortunately, not able to pick up the shutout, but still getting a fantastic performance.
So you hear that penalty on the face mask. Again, we've seen some weird penalties here at the Owen Center. We've seen butt ending is one of the penalties you don't see often, but I don't know if I've ever seen a face mask major like that in any game that I've called, certainly, let alone that I've called, maybe even seen. So a very rare penalty on Chris Meininger, who could potentially be done as well for their next game against Concordia, Wisconsin next weekend. So something to keep an eye on if you're a Marquette fan. Now here's Cooney into the zone. Leaves it here for Spence. Now Cooney right in front, and it just went off the stick of Seth Bishop. Now Ryan Spence trying to find a man up front, and Marquette will just hold on to it here, and that will do it for the third period as the Marquette Golden Eagles take this one by a 5-1 final score. A dominant effort tonight from the Eagles, especially in the second and third period. Bradley gets a goal in garbage time when it doesn't really matter, and just not the effort that we expected to see today from these Bradley Braves.
No, a very competitive game yesterday, 6-4, very close. However, just the opposite today, a 5-1 dominant victory from the Golden Eagles, as you were saying.
So we will go down to ice side now as Gavin Russell has a little bit more for us. Gavin.
Well, what a finish to this game, guys. It got a little chippy at the end, a little confusing for me here in the scorer's box. Trying to get that all sorted out. There were some misconducts and some ejections and who knows what else, but a really entertaining finish to this game. Marquette was in control most of the game, though, and again, holding that 5-1 victory over Bradley. They split the weekend series, so the Braves, not exactly what they would have liked, but trying to get better heading into playoff time in just a couple of weeks. So good game, guys. Back up to you.
All right, thank you, Gavin. Appreciate it. And, of course, MACA playoffs right around the corner here, coming up in the middle of February. I believe it will be the 11th, 12th, and 13th of February. Past few years, it's been hosted by the Braves, so we've been able to broadcast those games. Unfortunately, that is not the case this year, as it is hosted by Maryville. But they do have a very solid stream, so if you're looking to watch those games, I'm sure that they will have them on their YouTube channel, which I believe is the Maryville Saints Hockey Network. You can check them out there. But, Brandon, your final thoughts as Bradley and Marquette split this weekend series?
Great 20 minutes from the Braves. The first 20 minutes, that is, from the Bradley Braves. However, the second period, like I said, it just looked like the Marquette wanted it more. They opened up the scoring, getting a few goals in that second period, and after that, it was all Marquette from there, and Bradley was unable to match the pace.
All right, so that will pretty much wrap up our coverage here. Again, Marquette taking this one by a 5-1 final at the Owen Center as they earn the series split with the Bradley Braves. We will be back here at the Owen Center next Friday for Senior Night and Greek Night as D2 hosts Illinois, and we're going to try and come to you on Thursday night as well at Illinois. We're still working through a few things to get that locked up, but hopefully we can have a broadcast for that game, and I believe it will be a late start next Thursday, but hopefully we can bring that one to you as well. Final score, though, Marquette 5, Bradley 1 from the Owen Center. For our entire crew, Gavin Russell down at Rinkside, Courtney White up here on the camera, and you, of course, Brandon Luisi. I'm Matt Harrington saying so long from the Owen Center. Marquette wins 5-1.